DreamWorks Animation is known for producing such high quality that I think I would have done it no matter what they said it was about. And then when they said there was a musical element, I was so excited because, I grew up with The Little Mermaid and The Lion King and all kinds of like musical films, and I love the musical sequences in Shrek, and I think music adds so much to animation. It just feels like they belong together. So even if there hadn't been music, I would have been so excited, and all the music and the fact that it developed into all these different covers and original music from Justin, it's just like cherry after cherry on the cake. Branch and Poppy have to go on this adventure to save their friends. The Bergens, who eat trolls, have come and stolen a bunch of her favorite friends, and they plan to eat them. And Branch and Poppy need to go to Bergen Town and find a way to rescue them. Poppy is the happiest troll of all the trolls, and that the trolls are already pretty happy, so she has a lot of pep and a lot of spark. And during that pitch meeting, I asked if it was okay that I am not really as relentlessly happy as Poppy is, and I hoped that adding some layers to her and some mischief to her was okay. And I think that the directors really embraced that and added a lot to her. So even though she is the happiest troll in all the land, she's tough and she's sassy and she is loyal, and she has all these wonderful qualities. And one of my favorite things about her optimism is that it so annoys Branch, Justin Timberlake's character. Poppy, even though she is, tiny and pink and has pink hair and wants to throw parties, she's a leader, and she wants to be a good leader. Her father has been the king of the trolls for her whole life, and she takes the responsibility very seriously that one day that'll be her job. And when a Bergen comes and takes her friends, she is the one who is willing to go and save them and go on this adventure, kind of risking life and limb. So she definitely has a can-do attitude, and she's out to prove herself. Branch is voiced by the wonderful and hilarious Justin Timberlake, and he is the only troll in all of Trollville, trolldom, who is kind of cranky and grumpy, and but Poppy loves everything and everyone, so she loves Branch regardless, and I think that annoys Branch even more that Poppy likes him anyway. And he wants to hide in a sort of panic room of sorts when trouble comes around, but Poppy forces him to come and help her on her adventure. The Bergens they're kind of like wonderfully ugly, like that ugly where when Bridget or the Bergen King smile, you're like, oh, they're all right. I don't mind them. But they think that the only way to be happy is to eat trolls and to get happiness from somewhere else. They don't think that they have it inside of them to ever be happy, and that's so sad. And so even though Poppy and Branch go to Bergen Town to rescue their friends, Poppy decides she has to go back and try to teach the Bergens that they can be happy at any time. And I loved that she had this pink body and this pink hair, and she was so, like, unapologetically girly, but that she is so tough, and, she is the one who wants to go on this rescue mission, and she has to convince Branch to come along with her. Everybody else kind of wants to hide, and she, with her pink hair and her little dress, go on this mission to save her friends. It's definitely like sort of throwback music, and I think Justin has tried to incorporate that sound into the new songs. It's like it has almost like a disco flavor, but then there's these beautiful ballads like Sound of Silence and True Colors, and uh, there's a there's an original song from Pasek and Paul, and that's, you know, Poppy's sort of adventure song, and we just have this embarrassment of riches in the music. It was intimidating but completely wonderful. He is an exemplary coworker. You know, I was definitely nervous about working on the music with him because it's his forte, obviously, and he is very good at making it all feel kind of manageable and making everyone feel comfortable. It was so much fun to see these things that had been described to me come to life and make sense and work beautifully. One of my favorite examples is when one of the heads of animation was describing, and the heads of special effects was describing the fire and how even the fire was going to be made of hair. And I was like, what? I don't get that at all. And then I saw it and I was like, of course the fire is made of hair. So they're just like, the dedication and the passion and the creativity here is so completely overwhelming and inspiring. When I was a kid, my favorite movies were adventure movies, and seeing um, friendships and maybe romances kind of blossom on an adventure. And uh, and I remember my parents' favorite movies to take me to were the ones that had something for them too. So we've been conscious of that throughout the process, you know, trying to make it something that uh, sort of crosses age gaps and that will make everyone laugh and everyone smile. I think Sound of Silence might be my favorite because not only do I get to sing this song that's so wonderful and I've loved my whole life, but I am taking a lot of pleasure in how much Branch hates that I'm singing. So I think whenever Poppy's being a little mischievous, I really enjoy that. So like she's singing because she knows that it bothers him, and that was really fun to play. My ultimate goal is always entertainment, and I also feel like I'm such a small part of this film. You know, it's so wonderful to get to voice these characters, but I give so much credit to the animators because every time I see the footage, it puts such a huge smile on my face, and I don't get that watching my own movies ever. So, like, getting to watch these little creatures just makes me so happy, and I hope that people find it entertaining and they want to watch it over and over again. But I do think that that we want people to leave the theater feeling sort of joyful.